Okay. Okay.
Hello, Mr. Loghandran. Welcome to my
Uh,
podcast. Would you please
Thank
introduce
you.
yourself?
My name is Loghandran. I'm from Malaysia. I am a Toastmaster and gone through the journey of Toastmastering and public speaking, still helping people in this wonderful world of public speaking.
Great. Mr. Logan, would you please tell me your how you joined Toastmaster, how you find it, your way of Toastmaster, and then your district and club name?
Okay. I come from District 51, which is one part of Malaysia,
Mhm.
Club 220. And my club's name is Speaker's Dream Toastmasters Club. For 22 years, we are Distinguished Toastmasters Club. So we have two parts. One is the educational part, and of course, the other one is the leadership part. So the leadership part, we have achieved Distinguished Toastmaster status. So if any Toastmaster joins our club, within 3 years, they will become, we groom them to become president. And we support them, and then they see how easy leadership is, and they go through the same problems that every president goes through. So the journey is very fast, and it is even faster because public speaking is a leadership skill. So once you can speak well, automatically you will see yourself. And I've noticed also people who join Toastmasters Club, within the 8th assignment, suddenly you can see them. The shy worm becomes a dragon, okay? And
I
they
see.
become better. Okay. So when we challenge a person, suddenly their voice becomes better and their position in their Toastmasters become better. So I've been in Toastmasters for almost about 30 years. It has helped me in my career, it has enhanced me in my career, and has taken me in many directions. I became a public speaker. I became a master of ceremonies for public functions. I became a stand-up comedian. The only thing I haven't done with my communication skill is singing. Singing is very important in public speaking. So you remember, when you can remember a song, but you cannot remember your script. Why? In a song, we speak in melody, so the
Mhm.
brain remembers better. So you take your speech and put it in melody, you
Mhm.
can remember your script better. So I'm very much focused on voice training for people, especially senior management. A lot of senior management are shy to speak.
Mhm.
So I teach them in the voice coaching skills first. So some of them are very passive, but their position is general manager. And when they go for meetings, they get hit by the board of directors. So I show them how to be assertive, not passive. So these skills which I learned, I'm using in the corporate world as well as for individual people.
Wow. It's very good, interesting. Um, would you please tell me your championship, how you participated contest, about your finding your rhythm, how you prepared, what about this, how you find this, I mean, the text, speech. Would you tell us your
Okay.
story?
Yes. My speech, in those days, we have to have prepared 3 speeches. So
Mhm.
it was a tall order. And when you reach the semi-final, you got 4 days to prepare the final speech. So you don't know whether you will reach the final, and you don't know what is the script. So if the contest is in August, the finals, 1 year before that, you must prepare 3 speeches, at least in rough draft. The first speech you must practice, and you practice not in front of a mirror. You practice in front of people who can give feedback. Anybody, even If a person, a junior member who comes and you give in front of them, and if they don't understand your speech, that means something is wrong with your speech. Your speech must be simple, and they expect it to be substantially original. If it's substantially original, you have to do whatever story about your life. So if your life, if you go through, it has got many stories. In fact, your whole life is a management book. It teaches many lessons. And I would advise everybody to look at their memoir. An autobiography is your whole life. A memoir is a small portion of your life. Not to go back to the past, but to use the lessons which you learned, which made you feel very good, to use for to create your new future.
Mm-hmm.
So I am preparing even now, taking part in this year's contest, okay, for the fun of it. And because once you have the opportunity to take part, we take part. So I'm using my past to see my weaknesses and solve my weaknesses, and that becomes a story. So likewise, in the World Championships, I talked about other people, my neighbors who have difficulties. I talked about taking children to the park, blind children in the park. I talked about prisoners who don't want the death sentence. They'd rather have a life sentence because they have wasted life. So if you go through journey wasting your life, you will regret. So I will tell stories where I've found out from other people's life and my conversations with people. And listening is the most important, where you can listen to other people's stories. The other people's story teaches you lessons. So when it teaches me lessons, it teaches the whole world in the audience. I took part in Calgary, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my experiences. So I had never had any skills on how to write stories. So I just did the natural way of how I do it and put it in front of some of the Toastmasters. Some of them are seniors, but some of them are not Toastmasters, but they are able to give me some feedback, wonderful feedback.
Wow. I'm inspired. Thank you for motivation. So, how Toastmaster affected to your life, career, relationship?
Ah, okay, in my life, as I mentioned, it increased my income. Although Toastmasters is a non-profit organization, I do training for free and Toastmasters some for free. But because I am a Toastmaster, I'm skilled in public speaking, they ask me, can you do this training, customer service? Can you do sales? Although I don't have experience in customer service and sales, they just tell me you do it because they think if you're good in public speaking, you can do that particular subject. So I just have to read up within 1 month. I'm ready, and I've got a new program for training. So in monetary wise, it has helped me as part-time income. In the leadership skills, I conduct meetings. So when I'm a public speaker, I sometimes can speak better than my managers and my CEO also. So I look good. So when they see me, they identify me for promotion. So that is how I move the ladder. So relationship wise also, we use our skills not only to communicate with other people, our own family itself. So our own family itself, you know the communication problems, understanding, empathy, and all this helps in us making these mistakes and solving those mistakes. So relationships also we understand how it can be solved.
I see. Okay, let's move to the next question. Any advice for new Toastmaster members, wisdom or quotes for the next generation?
Yes, I would encourage everybody to join a Toastmasters club. And take part in every event. So you have contests, you have leadership skills, take part in the leadership skill, take part in some leadership role, and use those skills in your workplace, because now in Toastmasters, they help you improve your workplace. If you take part in a Toastmasters meeting or take part in Toastmasters, it is of no use if it doesn't help you in your workplace. So in the workplace, you have so many issues. In the workplace, they cannot send you for leadership training because it's expensive. So where do you learn leadership skills? You learn in Toastmasters, make the mistakes in Toastmasters and go to your office and become better. So likewise, if you don't know how to deliver a training in your office, you can practice training in Toastmasters to train other people. So when you get the skills in training other people in Toastmasters, you become better. And when they see you training, they think that you are ready to be a leader. And other people appoint you to do their work. So top leaders got no time to do training. So they tell you, okay, I've got this project, you train the people to undertake this project. So both ways you benefit. You benefit personally, you benefit in the workplace. So that is why they have this program called the Pathways.
I see. Okay. Have you heard about the Odyssey project?
Yes, I read about it, and I think it is a very exciting thing. They are using the mythology of the Greeks to tell stories, and in that stories, it tells you how to live a better life. So there are many mythologies, and I would encourage you, since you are in the Odyssey project, all the movies and stories are about male warriors. Okay? So take the female warriors story and teach your people, and write story about women warriors, because very little story is written about female warriors. So like Athena, the goddess in the Greek mythology, you can, similar to that, if you have anybody in Kazakhstan who's a lady and who is a warrior and solves problems and fights for the rights of the people, that is what the ladies in Kazakhstan would want to see. Even the men would like to see a brave woman like Joan of Arc, the French woman. So like that, even Mother Teresa itself. Okay, so like that, there are many women in the world who are warriors. So that part of the story writing, forget about male warriors, go for female warriors. I would encourage the men also to write about female warriors, because that is an untouched area. Why? Because men were the hunters. So the original hunters. So they were always fighting. Women were supposed to be in the house and take care of the domestic needs. But once they become warriors, sometimes they have to take the role of a man and fight for the rights of people. So the Odyssey project is a wonderful project to tell people to use stories to change themselves and change the world. So using it for young adults, it's a nice way, just like a mythology of Harry Potter. It's a mythology. So likewise, mythology is a wonderful subject to use to develop people. And it improves the weaknesses, psychological weaknesses, as well as the moral weaknesses, which we can't see. Other people can see.
I see. Any suggestions, or do you have any idea how to make promotion better for Odyssey project?
Okay, Toastmasters is one way. You can look at how Toastmasters promotes their projects. Okay, so in your case, first you have to go to the lowest level of students and tell stories. okay, which is exciting. Start off with young children. Tell stories to them that inspire them. And then take another subject at a higher level of students, but you must do it for free. Don't charge them. Okay. So once you do it for free, then people will ask you to tell stories. See, my wife is in the kindergarten principal. They have this kindergarten they call Montessori kindergarten. There they have got a system where children who are difficult to manage, they somehow manage them. They make them follow order. Okay, say, John, come inside, pull the chair. John, sit down. John, put your shoes on the shelf. And John, take out your bag. So they follow an order. Once they follow an order, it becomes a habit. Once they follow habit, it becomes discipline. And then in the end, children become disciplined. So you are teaching children to live a better life in a more disciplined life. So there is an order inside stories. Likewise, there's an order inside teaching people stories.
Okay. Mr. Wagan, thank you very much for your time and energy. So I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. No problem. So anytime, if since you are 2 hours away in Kazakhstan, invite me for your meeting one of these days. I mean, after August.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.